Martinez feeling the pressure and is sacked.
There's always a debate about traits versus production, but Tyree Wilson is a guy that has exceptional traits, size, length, all that you want in a defensive end. What's up, everybody? Ken Swanson here with Sean Barber, about to break down Tyree Wilson out of Texas Tech. This is presented by Miller Lite. You know, Tyree Wilson didn't necessarily have the elite stats some other guys do, but he's going to hear his name called early in this draft because he has elite physical ability.
Man, I'm excited to see his versatility. I think he can play, along maybe 2 or 3 different spots along the defensive line. And then when it comes to third down, he's able to pin his ears back and just utilize that speed, that power, those combos, that double move. He has a full repertoire of different moves that he can use against the offensive linemen. So I'm really interested to see this guy from Texas Tech. Obviously, last time we visited and had a guy from Texas Tech end up being the GOAT of the league, Pat Mahomes. So I would not be surprised if the Chiefs double dip and go back to Texas Tech and get this guy Tyree Wilson.
It might take a little bit of draft capital to try to do that. This guy could go very early. Let's see why.
He can also beat you with his legs. We've not seen that be effective. Wow. Campbell wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Tyree Wilson almost was able to take the handoff before Campbell. He was there so quickly.
There are not many buses in the NFL, college, you name it, that you don't want Tyree to be the first guy off of. 6'6", 271 pounds, just an absolute specimen of a human.
Man, football is a physical sport, but it takes some meat, it takes some grind, it takes some grit. You want to be smart, aggressive, physical. You want to be hell-bent on getting to the ball carrier. You want to defeat your blockers and do it in a nasty way. This young man is playing at a different level. He looks kind of out of place at Texas Tech because you're not used to guys in Texas Tech looking like the way he does, playing like the way he does. He's playing SEC ball in a different conference, but he has the strength, the power, the quickness, the speed. He's making plays all over the field. I love how he powers through his blockers to get to the ball carrier. This young man is going to be making plays at the next level.
You know, you'll see some guys that might train, like there are stories, in recent drafts of guys that might start their careers out as a wide receiver and then transition to an edge rusher, put on 20, 30 pounds, play at 235, 240. Tyree Wilson looks like a guy that played wide receiver in a previous life, but the truth is he's 271 pounds, Barber. Like, that's the thing about this guy, is just the way he looks. He's kind of high cut. He's got some of these exceptional movement skills that looks like he's been out running routes in a prior life. But this dude he's one of the biggest defensive ends, true edge rushers in this class. And, he's got, unique length, size, and he's got, he was one of the best at generating pressures in the entire college football landscape. Maybe not necessarily as many sacks as other guys, but as far as actually generating pressure, despite being the focal point of every opponent that he played against, he still had a very high pressure rate, over 20%.
The fact that their defense had the nerve to allow him to stand up on 2 feet and play on the edge at times, feather technique, this shows the athleticism that this young man has. When he's a freakish athlete, he's able to change direction like no other. It's going to be really, really important when he gets to the next level, as you see his hindquarters, that lower half, that buttocks, all that has to be defined and really put a good anchor, because we know in the NFL, man, that one thing that happens is when you play too high, you get injured. And that's the one thing I wanted to see this young man avoid, is any kind of injury, just because he does play sometimes higher than most, because sometimes the level of competition, they're just not as athletic as he is. And he's just flat out a better athlete than anybody he's lined up against 9 out of 10 times. And that's going to change when you get to the NFL. He's going to be against offensive guys and players that are as athletic as him and as special as he is on the field. And I want to see when he's not a unicorn out there, he's not this freak of athlete and everybody else's athleticism catches up to him, is he able to then turn up to another level and be a playmaker.
Yeah, I want to see him play with better leverage as he gets, as he gets older and develops. Like I think he's got such unique length and strength to be able to play through a tackle, and he's got the unique ability to turn a corner and bend better than guys that are 30 pounds lighter than him. It's just going to be about putting it all together. The traits are undeniable. He's a unique prospect. That's why he's going to go quite early in this draft. There are some people that think he could wind up being the first defensive player taken in this draft. That is Tyree Wilson, the edge rusher out of Texas Tech.